Hey, everybody, Anthony Morrison. I want to welcome you all to our Success Connection tonight. If you're excited to be here, just say yes, yes, yes in the chat box. I see lots of yeses. You guys already know what I'm going to ask you to do. Say yes in the chat box. Listen, if you're excited about tonight's training, go ahead and do this for me. If you are a part of our Facebook group, our Success Connection Facebook group, just go into the group and let everybody know that you're live. Let everybody know that you're going to get your own auto webinar funnel tonight. It's going to be awesome. You guys are going to be one step in the door with having your very own high ticket, highly profitable online funnel and online business. So super, super exciting. So please, please, please go in there and leave some comments for me. Just let everybody know you're live and they're missing out. It's awesome and all that good stuff for me. That would be really, really appreciated. We like to help remind the people to hop on. We normally fill up and have over 1,000 people within, gosh, 5 minutes, 10 minutes of us starting. So we'll fill up here pretty fast. But so happy to have you guys here. As you could probably tell, I'm still a little bit sick. I've got a lot of sinus stuff going on, so my apologies if my voice sounds kind of crazy, sounds a little nasally, and certainly if I have to stop every once in a while and take a drink of some, some tea or some water or something, just kind of clear my throat. So you guys know the Success Connection is every Thursday night. I don't miss it, even if I'm sick. And so even sick right now, I'm here and going to make sure that I do what I can to help you guys have a more profitable online business. For those of you that are new, I want to thank you for being here. Congratulations, you picked a great week to join us for the first time. And I want to also let you know that the Success Connection is not about any one specific product or program. So if you're a new student of ours and you've come in and maybe you are an ambassador now, or you've got our email domination program or Inbox Inner Circle or any of those awesome programs that we programs, trainings, and softwares that we have, just note that this is not a training or a coaching or anything like that specific to those products. What the Success Connection is, it's my way to connect with you guys on a weekly basis, give you some awesome content, build businesses for you to last. Really, this whole year, we've been building businesses and then giving them to you and doing it completely free. No strings attached. We don't make any profit off of it. And it's really just meant to help you to grow your business. And if you don't have a business, it's meant to help you finally have your first online business that's profitable, that works, and that you truly understand. And I believe that with connecting with you on a weekly basis like this, I'm able to help you understand some of the things that maybe you don't already understand. How many of you would agree with me on that? Just say yes. If you've been here before and you agree with me, very, very good. I see lots and lots of yeses. Chloe agrees. Listen, did you hear that? If you're new, you'll probably hear Chloe and Sophie there very vocal while Daddy is working on Thursday nights. So likely we'll have them join in the fun a little bit. So tonight what we want to do, and what I really want to do is just kind of dive in. I won't take up a ton of your time with stories and things like that. And the reason I won't is obviously I'm not feeling that great. And I want to use my voice to give you actionable steps and really do a lot of the training here tonight rather than ramble on like I usually do. So we'll dive right in. This is kind of what we said we were going to do this week. We said we were going to release the registration page for our product. And here's the great thing about this, okay? The great thing is that no matter what, right, no matter what anybody says, an auto webinar can and will be able to create more revenue than pretty much anything else. So let's just take a quick look at this funnel, okay? So I want you guys to take a quick look at that. Now, I want you to think about something when you look at this. Most of you are looking at it and you're saying to yourself, oh my gosh, oops, sorry, hold on. All right, most of you are looking at it and saying, oh my gosh, there's absolutely no way that I could figure out how to do this. There's no way that I could figure out how to build this auto webinar business or to do all of these funnel steps and things that Anthony's talking about. But the fact of the matter is, an auto webinar funnel is no different, okay, and certainly not any more difficult, okay, to do than any other funnel. What normally happens is people don't even tell you that this is even available, right? They don't tell you that this is an option. They don't tell you, and they don't teach you how to do this, and it's because there are some other steps that are involved in an auto webinar funnel. For instance, if you look right at step 1, you've got this registration page. Well, that's typical, right? That's typical for pretty much any and all online businesses and funnels. Every business we've built, every funnel we've built, everything that we've done together started off with some kind of opt-in page, with some kind of page that allowed people to register for that event, okay? So that's something that's common. Where it gets uncommon and where it gets a little bit different is when we start to go into the fact that we've got to now provide somebody with a webinar, right? How many of you kind of freak out when you think, oh my gosh, you mean I've got to do a webinar? Just say yes if that's you, okay? Okay, I see lots and lots and lots of yeses. That's the reason why most people don't teach you how to do this. Because when you get to the point where you're actually having to do a webinar, you're having to provide that content, you're having to provide that training or that sales pitch or whatever, people freak out. What's great about being on the Success Connection is I'm going to do it for you. How many of you would like for me to do a webinar presentation for you that you can use to go and sell a product and make money? Just say yes. Okay, I see lots and lots and lots and lots of yeses. Well, that's what we're going to do. And so that's the reason why you haven't necessarily been taught this. You've been taught lead generation, you've been taught, give away a free book or sell a book, or you've been taught to sell some of these lower ticket products, things that are $40 or $50, and all of that stuff is great. But what's really great about the auto webinar side of things is the environment that people are in makes them have a better experience. How many of you have a better experience here on the webinar with me than you do when you just watch a video of mine on the internet? Just say yes if that's you. All right, I see lots and lots and lots of yeses. So again, this is the reason why we feel like, okay, it makes more sense to do auto webinars. So many people get a better experience from it that it creates a higher quality lead. It creates more affinity for you and for your brand. And at the end of the day, it literally will just make you more money because the people on your list are going to like you, they're going to know you, they're going to trust you, and they're going to feel like they're a part of something, right? And that's what we, look, I like to, a lot of people like to teach the stuff that they used to do. I like to teach the stuff that I'm doing right now. Our business thrives off of these auto webinars. It allows, and an auto webinar really is just more like an on-demand webinar, right? It's a webinar that happens, when a person decides that they're ready, quote unquote, ready for that, for that webinar to happen, right? So it happens either every 15 minutes or every hour or whatever the case may be, but it's happening pretty much on demand, right? And again, in the life that we live, right, the crazy, go fast, everybody's busy type of lifestyle, it's important to have that opportunity, okay, to reach people and let them kind of have their time to watch their webinar, right? And so that's the reason why auto webinars work so very well. It's because, again, they have the opportunity, let me turn this back up here. They have the opportunity to watch when they want to watch. So all of these assets right here, okay, that we've talked about, and we talked about last week, the registration page, the thank you page, the webinar stage, all of these assets, these things over here, I'll kind of put a big red box around them. All of these things, okay, are the things that I'm going to give you. Tonight, you're going to get the webinar registration page and the thank you page, and you're going to get it completely free. All right, it's not going to cost you anything. You'll be able to, and all of this is set up and done for you, by the way. That's what's so great about having ClickFunnels. It literally allows you to go in and do all of this stuff without ever having to buy other software or do anything else to run your auto webinar, which I think is phenomenal, right? So one thing that we want to talk about is maximizing your profit. All right. Now, we just told you that a webinar is just like an event, okay? Just like a live event. How many of you have ever gone to a live concert or a movie or anything like that? Just say yes if that's you. Okay. I see lots of yeses. Now, how many of you have bought, let's see, if you go to a movie, right? You've bought popcorn. You bought Coke. You know, you bought candy, right? If you've gone to a concert, all right, you've bought merchandise, right? You bought their CDs, right? The people's CDs. You bought food, right? You bought all this stuff, and you bought it all before the event, okay? But you bought it after you registered. Well, the same thing can happen with your auto webinars. So with a webinar, we can do the same thing. What happens is we have traffic, okay, and that traffic comes in, all right, and it registers. And so they go to what they call a register for the event page, okay? And this is where they put in their, basically their email, all right? Now, the next page is basically the thank you page, okay? But it's also the event page. So it's kind of like being in the front door of the concert or the movie, but the movie hasn't started yet. So you have this opportunity right through here to sell something. And then over here, it normally has a timer, okay, and then a link. And the link to the event works when the timer hits 0. So in this area right here, okay, we can sell things. And we sell those things before a person goes to the event page. All right, and on the event page, we have the webinar. Does that make sense to everybody? Just say yes if that makes sense to you. You take a quick drink of water here. Okay, so it makes sense to everybody. So the thing about this is tonight what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this registration page, okay? Then I'm going to give you this page right here. Now, we do these in stages because we want you to be able to go in and refine it. Sorry about that. Refine it and understand it. Does that make sense to everybody? All right, very good. Very, very good. So everybody kind of understands the reason why we do things in a chronological order. We want to be able to give you each piece, let you study, learn, educate, and implement that piece, and then be able to go in and use the other pieces. Otherwise, if we just threw the whole thing at you at one time, you wouldn't understand what each part and each piece does. All right? Okay, very good. So what we'll do right now is we'll open up ClickFunnels here, okay? And what we're going to do is look at this funnel, okay? Now, mind you, you're getting this whole funnel for free. You'll see there's the registration page. There's the countdown page, which is basically the thank you page. There's the broadcast room. This is where the webinar actually plays. And then there's the replay room, okay? Does that make sense to everybody, these 4 rooms, or these 4 pages of the funnel? All right, very, very good. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the registration page. We built this page out for you, okay? You'll get this completely free. Now, I want you to take a look at some of the elements on here, It says, attention, special 7-figure email marketing training is about to start. All right. We have the webinar set up to start basically every 15 minutes. Okay. Or at least that'll be the way it is for you. So every 15 minutes, this will start to count down from 15 minutes. So it'll be in line. And when somebody registers, it'll pop up, okay, and it'll ask them to register right here. They can select their date. Now, you can select to watch yesterday's broadcast, or you could select your dates for the next, obviously the next few days, right? So in other words, there are selections and settings here that allow you to select the date that you want to register for the webinar, okay? So lots of different options that we could give people. Again, like I said, giving them options allows them to say, okay, well, maybe I'll watch this Saturday, September 15th. Then they get to choose the times that they want to watch it, okay? 11, 2, 4, 6, or 8. So this will automatically play back for this person, and it'll email this person and let them know at, say, Saturday, September 15th at 11 a.m. that their event is starting. What's great is let's say you register for this date and time, and then somebody else comes along and they register for, you know, Sunday at 6. You're both going to get your emails and your follow-ups and all of the stuff to get you on the webinar specific to your registration date. Does that make sense to everybody? So that it truly is an event that you're registering for. It's not like that event is just available at any time. It's only available at those times. Does that make sense? All right, very good. Glad that makes sense. Now, we've put this page over here, and we've put Bob Johnson, email marketing and online expert. You could put your picture here and your name. You could choose to leave Bob Johnson there. It doesn't really matter to me. We're not going to put Anthony Morrison here. And the reason is because we really want to build your business. If we put me on here, then what people are going to do is they're going to eventually just say, oh, well, let's go find Anthony Morrison online. They're going to come find me. They're not going to want anything to do with you, and they're not going to follow you. Does that make sense to everybody? Just say yes. Very good. All right. So super important to, you can edit this, so you'll be able to edit anything. Then we kind of give them an outline of what they're going to learn during the webinar, right? So there's kind of 4 or 5 bullet points here. And then there's also an exit pop. So if you move your mouse up like I just did, it says just register your spot now. Basically, we don't want to let them leave without giving them a chance to register for the event, all right? So this is your standard registration page. Now, you may look at this and say, oh my gosh, this looks very basic, this looks very simple. But here's the thing. A lot of times when you're trying to register people for a live event, you want it to be very basic and you want it to be very simple. So that's a note that you should write down, is you want this page to be basic, you want it to be simple. This is a background that we actually use on some of the auto webinars that we've spent, $300,000 on Facebook ads for. And they're designed just exactly like this. So it's not always about creating the prettiest page with the most information. Remember, the information is on the webinar. That's what's important about auto webinars, is the information is actually on the webinar. You don't have to put that much on the page. The second thing is the webinar countdown page. Okay, so let's take a quick look at that. This is your webinar countdown page. Now, this is where we want to talk about optimizing for a sale. And I didn't do it prior to the training here tonight because I wanted to do it with you kind of on the line watching, right? So you could see that a lot of times on these registration pages, it asks people to invite other people to join the webinar, right? Oftentimes people don't use this, but it is a good way to get people to share it on Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. Also, the countdown timer will count down appropriately to when whatever event they registered for. Remember that we didn't actually register. So when we're looking at this, it's just all blank. But if you actually registered for it, it would show the proper time And of course, the proper countdown time right over here. But one of the things that we want to look at doing, okay, is obviously editing this page in an effort to be able to sell something. So since we know that we typically have about 15 minutes for people, okay, before their webinar starts, one of the things that I like to do is go down here, add a new row to the page, all right, maybe just one column, all right, and then I add a headline that will allow me to do so. So watch this. I add a headline that says something like, want to prepare properly for the training. Okay, so I do something that basically has something to do with the training, right? So want to prepare properly for the training. Then I come down here and I'll put something like, maybe we'll do, you know, I don't know, a paragraph here, all right, that just simply says, okay, in an effort to make sure you are totally prepared for our 7-figure email marketing webinar, we'd like to give you a chance to grab your copy of our new book, 8-Figure Funnel Formula. This book should easily help you understand how to start your first online funnel, build your list, and take full advantage of the training you've now registered for today. And then you might do something like this. And obviously, guys, you know, this could be made a little prettier. I'm not a designer, but I basically put this in here, okay? And then here's what I'll do. I'll go down here and I'll say, okay, well, now let's add an image of the book. Now, you guys know that I have given you this book, right? If you're new, then you'll get your copy of this book tonight. You'll get it for free, okay? So don't worry. And when you get it, you'll have the opportunity to be able to sell this book right here on this page, okay? So now what we do is we just select, and you could go and select the image of that book from your ClickFunnels account, which you guys all will have if you have my funnel. So let me find the picture of the book real fast. I'll have to find it on my computer. Here we go. Throw this on there. Show my screen. There we go. So now you can see I've got the book here. Okay. Now, obviously that book is too big, so we'll just make it a little smaller. All right. So now we've got the book showing up right here. Okay. And then you could put a button here to order the book, right? So this would be, let's see. We just kind of put a button. And of course, my buttons are nowhere near. So we'll do something like that. And then of course, when you do this, you would use this to take people to the page that we've built for you that sells the book, right? So now we could save this page, okay? And then when we view this page now, guys, it's going to look different, obviously. And now what we're going to see is we're going to see the ability now to sell a book right here on this page. Now, some of you might be saying, well, wait a minute, I don't have that book. Well, everybody has this book, right? And if you don't have it right now, then you'll get it tonight, because we built an entire sales funnel for you to sell this book, right? So we've already built this out for you. I may pull this up real quick. So you guys should be able to see this now. So this is the 8-figure sales funnel book page, right? So this is where you could sell this book. You could sell it for $7. So here's what happens. Somebody registers, they come to this page, they register for this webinar, okay? Once they get to this page, they realize, okay, the webinar's not for 15 minutes, or the webinar's not until Saturday. Maybe I'll grab this book before my webinar starts, and I'll read through this book. Well, the book, when they click, would take them over to this page right here, which would sell them the $7 book. Now, what's great about this is, remember that we talked about and, and we discussed already, and we discussed this many times, and I think it's very important because most of the time people don't put all the pieces of the puzzle together, which, you know, oftentimes frustrates me. But if you look at it, remember I told you that our goal is to get somebody, our goal is to get somebody to spend money on this webinar, okay? Remember that the propensity to spend more money, okay, like this, if this is the spending money, all right, and this is the funnel, oops, this is basically the funnel, you know, your sales funnel, okay? Look, the further they go in your funnel, the more likely they are to spend more money, okay? So this is, you know, high money, high ticket, okay? So in other words, if they're right here when they register, so they're right there when they register, they've spent no money, they're just entering your funnel when they register for, you know, for this training, okay? Once they've registered, they move along and they're right here and they're on the thank you page, okay? So they haven't really spent any money with you, but they have taken at least one action, okay? That means they've got a little larger propensity to spend some money. But when you get them to buy like a $7 book, okay? When you get them to buy a $7 book, look, your propensity or your ability to get them to convert on the webinar has increased this much, okay? Now, obviously, this is not necessarily to scale or anything, but the point is that if somebody buys the $7 book, they're more vested in you. They're more vested in what you're teaching. They're more invested in the process, which means they're more likely to pay attention on the webinar. And if they pay attention, they're more likely to spend money. Does that make sense to everybody? Just say yes if you're following me. Just give me lots of yeses. All right. I see lots and lots and lots of yeses. Very good. Very, very good. So everybody's tracking. All right. That's the reason why we would do this. And that's the reason why I've stacked these funnels for you. Because look, at the end of the day, yes, my goal is to give you this webinar funnel. But the real goal is to give you a product we call stack. In other words, at the end of the day, I want you to have everything you need to make big money. If you have the 8-figure book, okay? So if you have the 8-figure book and you can sell that for we've seen people selling it for up to 14 bucks. You can sell that for that amount of money. Then you have Inboxer. So you have Inboxer Academy. Okay, you have that, which is somewhere around $9 a month, plus you have some upsells that we gave you, okay? Now again, if you don't have these two, if you're a new student, don't worry, we don't hold back. We'll give you these tonight for free, okay? So we'll make sure you get it. Then we add in here the 7-figure email secrets, okay, which now you can charge anywhere from $497 to $1,497. It's completely up to you. Does everybody see how you can kind of go down the path here? Does everybody see that? How you can escalate, how you've got other products. You've got a stack of products that you can now sell that all complement one another. This is about email marketing, this is about email marketing, and that's about email marketing, right? And so now you've got people that are registering for your webinar and you've got options, right? You've got ways to then turn around and create a little upsell here on the thank you page for your book. You've also got ways, remember, you're going to have, and we'll go over this. I get a little ahead of myself because I get really excited about this, because I've seen people go from making no money to making $75,000, $80,000 a month using this stack of products. Basically, what we're doing here, right? And I have no reason to make that up. This is not like a testimonial or a fake earnings claim or anything. I'm not selling you anything. You guys know that. This is free. But I have seen people make, I know people that are making $1 million a month just off of these types of funnels, right? And that's not me, right? How many of you feel like that's pretty incredible? Right, I see lots and lots of yeses. Well, that's the thing. It's not just me doing it. There's tons and tons and tons and tons of people doing it. And let's say you don't come anywhere near that. That's crazy money. Let's just say you can get to 40K a month, right? Not very hard to do when your product's $1,500, okay? But these ancillary products here, this product and this product become big money makers, because remember that, and we'll go through this entire thing, we've got a whole plan drawn out for you guys, but remember, when traffic comes in, at this point, it's just traffic, right? And it eventually goes to your webinar, right? And so one of two things is going to happen. It's either going to buy, okay, or it's going to not buy, okay? Well, think about this. If this price point, let's just say it's $1,497, and somebody watches this webinar and they don't buy, the question is, why? Why didn't they buy? Well, some people, okay, some people are going to say they're not interested in it, and that's okay. But some, okay, it's going to be a money issue, okay? They just can't afford $1,497. And then some, it's going to be a trust issue, right? So they're going to say, you know what, I have $1,497. I would love to be an email marketer, but I'm not 100% sure that I trust this webinar and this product and whatever for $1,497. Okay, well, these two issues right here, all right, a lot of times can be alleviated when if they don't buy, you email and promote your you promote your 8-figure book, right? And then you email and you promote Inboxer Academy, right? Because here's the thing, these alleviate kind of both of those concerns. They're small price, right? They're small prices, all right? What does that let you do? That lets you, first of all, takes care of the people that don't have the money but want to get started. Now you're doing them a service. You're not alienating people that can't afford the product that you're selling on the webinar, because now you've got something for them. Also, you take the person that has trust issues, okay, and you fix those trust issues by delivering them some awesome products, right, at great prices. Now, again, that person who might have had a little trust issue, okay, now what have they done? They've escalated from a $7 book. Now they're up here and they've bought Inboxer Academy. And what have you done? You have increased the propensity of them to actually eventually buy your webinar product. So I've had this master plan all along to give you guys the smaller ticket stuff, let you kind of get started, and then dive into this auto webinar piece, because I know that that's where the biggest money can be made. Now, of course, the biggest thing that has to happen is you have to have a good product, okay? Then you have to have a good webinar. You have to be able to sell. Like, sales matter. Like, you've got to be able to actually create a sale. And that's the reason why it's done for you by me. All right, we're going to create all of this for you and give it to you, and it'll be your very own business. And I think personally, you're going to be hard pressed to find anybody that's going to build you one of these auto webinars and not, you know, I know people that charge $30,000 to do this because it's such a profitable thing, and because it's so much easier to make a profit when you have all of the pieces to this puzzle. So without going into too much more detail on that, because obviously we have a lot of stuff that we want to cover, but I wanted to share that with you because I want you to see the overall picture and how it fits together. And again, for those of you that are new, you can have this page right here that sells this book. You can have it completely free, and you can have it completely free tonight. And in fact, we don't only have that one. We also have, I think you guys heard me say, Inboxer Academy. We have the Inboxer Academy pages as well, which I will give you as well. So we'll pull that up real fast. Let's see here. Let me pull it up. So we have this, and then we have the Inboxer Academy page here. So this lets you sell the Inboxer Academy product, right? So when you're able to go and sell the Inboxer Academy product, and you're able to sell, basically you're able to sell multiple products, and by selling multiple products, you now can generate multiple commissions, which I think is probably the most important thing that you could possibly do. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, just want to see if that makes sense to everybody, if everybody's on the same page. All right, very, very good, very, very good. Awesome. So how many of you are pretty excited about the auto webinar process? Just say yes if that's you. All right, very good. Very good. All right, awesome. So what I love about this, though, is the ability for us to take one funnel, okay, and create lots and lots and lots of commissions. It ties everything in, okay? It ties everything in to one another. And that's the real magic. The magic always happens when you can tie all of the products together and create as much revenue as possible in one specific process, okay? So this page is done for you, and this page is done for you tonight. So both of these are done. Now, when I give you this entire product tonight, okay, so when I give you this formula or this funnel tonight, and we will give it to you tonight, again, completely free. Understand that there will be other pages in this process. Do not mess with these, okay? Don't mess with the webinar broadcast room because you don't really know how to use this yet. Don't mess with the webinar replay room, okay? Because again, you'll notice they're not set up, right? And they're not set up because we have not done this part yet. We've just done these two steps. You'll also see that there are other settings, okay, inside of here. And this is where it really gets exciting for you guys with the auto webinars. Look at this automation. See all these emails? It says everyone gets a confirmation email, a starting now email, a reminder that their webinar is about to start, a missed webinar, an email to people that attended but never saw the offer that you made. You know, all people that purchased. We're going to set all of these up for you so that you'll literally have these done for you. We can also set up SMS where it's going to remind people to get on your webinar. Okay, all of this is going to be set up completely for you. Okay, so we're going to do this. So don't go in here and mess with it because we're doing it. So very important. All right, so very, very important that you are aware of that. All right, so this funnel right here, like I said, is going to be completely 100% done, but tonight you're getting these two pages right here. Here's what I would love for you to do. I would love for you to go in and customize these pages. Make them what you want them to be, okay? Make them what you think looks good. Because at the end of the day, everything is going to be available to you to re-download, okay? So what we're doing is, let me just show you the page. This is the page where I basically give you guys all of the assets for the Success Connection, okay? Down here at the bottom, what I'm doing is this link will work in just a minute. It's the download now link. What this download link is going to do is it's going to download this whole funnel. So each week you'll be downloading an entire funnel that begins to get updated, right? So this week you'll have this whole funnel, but only these 2 pages will necessarily be, built out for you. Then next week when you download it, you'll get this page and this page built out for you. All right. Then the next week when you download it, the emails will be set up for you. So you'll be re-downloading the funnel each week to get the updates that we're putting into that funnel. But what's great is you can download this version for yourself, go in here and edit some of the stuff, right? Play with this and begin to understand, like, maybe you would like to change this picture to somebody else. Maybe you want this to be a female and not a male. Maybe you want to change this headline right here, right? Maybe you want to change this up here. You want to change the background color. You can change any of this up that you want, all right? Super, super simple, not difficult, and something that I highly suggest, because as you begin to go through this and as you begin to use this, what happens is that you begin to learn how it works. How many of you feel like that's probably important, right? Just say yes. Okay, lots and lots of people saying yes. It's very, very important to know how these things work if you're going to be doing this. So I think it's great, right? I think it's awesome. I'm super, super stoked to give you this. Like I said, we've got some assets that we're doing, and let me just pull these up. All right, we've got some assets that we're going to be giving you. Okay, see, we've got some assets that we're going to be giving you in here. All right, like the webinar stage, the webinar video, the order page. All right, the course content, the members area, the emails. All of this is coming to you in the coming weeks. Next week, what we're going to do is we're going to give you the webinar page, all right, and the replay page. So next week is going to be the webinar. So basically where the webinar plays, okay, and the replay page. We're going to skin that out. We're going to design that, and we're going to give it to you, all right? Then I'm actually I want to be very clear on this. I'm going to be recording the webinar for you, all right? So you guys are not going to have to record a webinar, build a product, or any of that kind of stuff. We're going to do it for you, and then you're going to get it completely free, which I think is probably one of the most important things to note. So next week, all right, so next week, we're basically going to get pages 3 and 4 of the funnel, all right? So we're going to get pages 3 and 4 of the funnel. It's going to be the webinar room page, which we're going to build out for you. And it's going to be the webinar replay page, okay, which we're going to build out, and we're going to add in some cool automations to this page that we know work, all right? And we're going to give you all that next week. So we're building out this funnel together, but it's very important that you take action and you get what we're giving you tonight now, so that you have everything that you need when we get started, basically as we go along, right? That's what the Success Connection is all about. It's about bringing everybody along for the ride. How many of you want to go along for the ride? Just say yes. All right, I see lots and lots and lots of yeses coming in. I see tons of yeses coming in, which is a good thing. All right, so what I want you to do is I want to give you guys this funnel tonight, okay? I'm going to give you the funnel tonight. There are some of you that are new to the Success Connection. So if you're new, I want you to write this website address down right now. This is where you will be able to download this funnel. However, there is a password that is required, okay? So there is a password that's required, and I will give you that password in just a minute. But it's go.bsc.com/funnel. All right, so go.dsc.com/funnel. Write that down. I'm going to give you just a second. Type the number 1 in the chat box once you've written it down. Just remember, we have a lot of new people on the webinar tonight, and we have a lot of new people every single week. So we try to give you, towards the end, we try to give you as much, as much time as we can to write these things down. Remember, you can always watch the replay of our webinar and stuff like that. But it's go.dsc.com/funnel, and I will be giving you the password for that page in just a minute. And then also write down this, go.dsc.com/group. And I'm going to tell you why in just a second. So go.dsc.com/group. That is for our Facebook group. All right. So we've got go.dsc.com/group and then go.dsc.com/funnel. Now, why am I telling you to write those things down? What in the world is that all for? Well, first things first. This is your Success Connection Assets page. For those of you that are new, note that you can get everything we've ever done on the Success Connection right here on this page. So if you're a brand new student, we let you get caught up for literally ever since we did the very first funnel we've done together, right? We give you all of it completely free tonight. The download links, as you can see, are right through here, and it allows you to download the 8-figure funnel formula. It allows you to download Inboxer Academy, and it's going to allow you in just a second to download this 7-figure email strategies funnel and assets, which is the 7-figure email strategies auto webinar. You'll be able to click this link right here shortly, okay? And as soon as you click that link, it will put this entire funnel into your ClickFunnels account, which brings me to the most important thing if you are new. You do have to have ClickFunnels in order to take advantage of our free resources. That does not mean that in order to use all of our products, programs, softwares, and trainings that you got to go buy ClickFunnels. What it does mean is if you would like to take part in this, if you would like to have all of these done for you businesses, if you'd like all of these things that we've done for everybody, the only way that we can do them and then give them to you is if we use ClickFunnels, because they have what they call a shared funnel link. And it allows us literally to give you this one link. You click this one button right here where it says download, and all of a sudden in your ClickFunnels account, you see all of this. It's all done for you, and it becomes yours. We can't edit it, see it, touch it, nothing. It's just yours. But it allows my team to go to work for you, basically. It allows us to sit here and build in our account what we know works, and then share it right over to your account so you don't have to redo it, right? That's what this is really for. That means you do have to have ClickFunnels. We do have a link here for a free trial. Total transparency, it's an affiliate link. If you click it and you get a free trial to ClickFunnels, they pay me like 30 bucks. So if you don't like the fact that I'd make money on that, just go to clickfunnels.com and buy ClickFunnels. But if you like the free trial to it, you can use this link right here and you can get ClickFunnels tonight. How many of you don't have ClickFunnels? Type number 5 in. Okay. All right. I see lots of 5s. So I see that there's some new people on here. So if you're new, this would be the first step I would do tonight after the webinar ends, is I would go get ClickFunnels. Again, it's free for I think 2 weeks or so. So it's not like it's going to cost you anything to get started. And you can actually go and download all these businesses, right? And get started with us. You can literally go along the path. All of these businesses are available for you to download in here, completely free. Again, the only thing is that these links will stop working at midnight tonight. So at midnight Eastern Standard Time, these links stop working, and they will not work again until next week. The only reason we do that is because so many people were giving out the links, and then, of course, when they do that, there were people that were getting our Success Connection pages that should not have them. They weren't students. So for the protection of you and of us, we break these links after midnight. So after midnight, these are no longer going to work. So that means you need to do it now if you're going to get your Inboxer Academy, right? Which again, you can sell. If you want that book, the 8-figure funnel formula book, boom, it's right here. It's available. You can quickly and easily get it. Now you have an upsell that you can use on your thank you page, just like I showed you, like we've already built out on the page for you. It's already here. The book is written. Everything's there. You literally make all the money on it, right? We did this for you. And then, of course, the 7-figure email strategies, and this link will work here in just a second. So this is your Success Connection page. And of course, if you are not subscribed to our Facebook alerts, I would highly suggest that you do subscribe to them, because it allows us to remind you of things. It lets us let you know when new things are happening. And again, we don't spam you. We don't send you a bunch of unwanted messages. But if you are not a subscriber to our Facebook alerts, I highly suggest it so you don't miss out on anything. The second thing was, we talked about our Facebook group. All right. I gave you the link to this. This is our Facebook group right here. You can see that there's over 13,000 members in our Facebook group. If you join this group, it gives you the chance to help other people, okay, that are helping other people. If you have a question, if you're a new student, you can join this Facebook group, and you're going to find people that have been Success Connection students for literally 3 years, some of them 4 years, and you'll be able to connect with them and get help. The other thing that you will be able to do, which I think is going to be pretty cool, is if you take this funnel right here, and you recreate this page, I'm sorry, if you edit this page, all right, you make the edits that you want to this page right here, and you post your auto webinar page into the Success Connection group. So you take it, you recreate the page after you download tonight's funnel, all right, so you first download tonight's funnel, all right, that's the first step. Second step is you edit this page, and you edit, you guys can see it refreshes at 15 minutes. You edit this page, and you edit the webinar countdown page. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select 1 or 2 people next week who put their links into our group, all right? And I'm going to buy your funnel from you. So what that means is I'm going to buy your webinar registration page, and I'm going to buy your webinar thank you page from you, and I'm going to give it to everybody. We'll probably do, I don't know, $100, right? So I'll buy these for $100 from you if you post them in the Success Connection group. So it's very simple. You simply create these 2 pages, okay, or edit them, if you will, from the funnel that I give you, and then you just take the little website address and you post it in the Success Connection group. I'm going to review them. I'm going to find a couple that are awesome, and then I'm going to give them to everybody, and I'll pay you for your work. How many of you like that? Just say yes. All right, I see lots and lots and lots of yeses coming in. So everybody seems to like the idea of that. So the first thing that you guys need to do, obviously, is go here, download the funnel, which again, it's going to be right down here. I'm going to have Nick activate that for me right now. And so once we get this activated, this link will show up, okay, where you can download. And then you'll be able to go in and rock and roll, post it into our Facebook group. Everything's super, super, super simple. How many of you are excited about that? Just say yes. All right, I see lots and lots of excitement. Okay, so I told you I'd keep it kind of quick tonight. I'm right at an hour. I've struggled through this. I'm sure you guys have heard. I was struggling to keep it together here with my throat and all this sinus stuff, but I'm glad that I made it through it. Tonight has been an awesome training. I'm super, super excited. I'm going to give you the password for this page right now. And by the way, for those of you that made the donations, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it doesn't apply to you. But for those of you that made the donations, we are activating your push conversion software one by one into your members area right now, and we have been for a couple days. So if you don't see it yet, it's just because we haven't gotten to you. We had to literally do it one by one, and you guys saw there were over 600 or 700 donations. So it's a very tedious process to look up your last name and then try to add it. There's no better way to do it, to be honest, and only give it to people that donated. So so my team is working on that. So you should see it pop in there tonight. You might already have it. If not, certainly by the end of the day, tomorrow, I think we'll be finished with giving that to everybody. Okay, so just want to make sure that I update you guys, and you know that. So with that said, let me give you the password for tonight. The password for tonight, super simple and very effective and very exciting. The password is webinar. So the password is webinar. You can go there right now, all right, to our page right this minute, and you can now get access to pretty much everything that we told you that you can get access to. You'll be able to get right here, right now, when you type in the word webinar on the link. So to make sure that you guys are fully aware of how that actually works, all you've got to do is go to the link, go.bsc.com/funnel, type in the password webinar. It will bring you to this page. you scroll. First of all, if you don't have ClickFunnels, you need to get ClickFunnels. Then scroll down, and you'll be able to click on the, I haven't refreshed this page, but you'll be able to click on the download now button, and that will get you the 7-figure email strategies auto webinar, and you'll be ready to rock and roll. You can also get all of your other webinars, all of your other products and funnels by clicking the download now button. Remember, the links only work until midnight Eastern Standard Time, so it's something you need to do right this minute. You do not need to delay. That would not be a smart thing to do. And then join our Facebook group, right? The link's right there on the screen, go.dsc.com/group. You'll have to hit the little button up at the top, right up in here, where there's a button. There'll be a button here that says join. I'm already joined, obviously, but there'll be a button that says join. You'll need to answer the questions that it asks you, and then it will let me go in and approve you for the group access, which gives you access to everybody and help from everybody, which I think is invaluable, right? And super, super awesome. Next week, we'll be giving you the webinar page. We'll be giving you the replay page. And we'll be buying, okay, we'll be buying 2 funnels from our students, okay, for $100. So I'm writing that down to make sure I remember that. We'll be buying two funnels from our students for $100, which is awesome. That's going to allow you to create more success, make more money. We're going to give those funnels to everybody. It's going to be a blast. Listen, guys, I've had a great time. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do me a favor. Go to Facebook, leave some comments, show me some energy, show me that you guys had a great time on the Success Connection. Let everybody know how awesome it was, how awesome the auto webinar is, and how important it is that they watch the replay of this and they join us next week so they don't get left behind. If you're on Facebook, leave me some comments. Let me know what you think about this. Give us a rating, 1 out of 10. How did I do? I'm always looking for feedback so I can do better. And again, guys, go to the link, go.dsc.com/funnel, type in the password webinar. If you don't have ClickFunnels, get ClickFunnels first, and then go down and get all of your funnels. Get your brand new auto webinar funnel and be ready to rock and roll next week. We're going to build out a business empire together. I'm super excited about it. I know you are too. The most important thing you can do is don't miss a webinar. Do not miss a live training unless it's just like an emergency situation. Don't miss, because every time that we do this, we're building something. Even if you don't realize what it is, we're building something together that at the end of the day is going to be a massive, massive business that you can have for yourself, for your family, and you can have it for a lifetime, right? And the knowledge and the education and the know-how that you get from this allows you to expand beyond anything that we could even do for you. So I think it's just an awesome opportunity and a great place for you guys to be. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for putting up with my crazy voice today. Again, I'm really sorry. I was hoping to be well by tonight, but it just didn't work out for me. So maybe by next week I'll be 100%. But listen, have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. Most importantly, like I always say, do a little bit more than the person next to you. If you have some free time this weekend, spend a little time educating yourself, working on this. Even if you think you can't do it, go in and edit a little bit of that webinar page and post it right out there in the Success Connection community and let people give you feedback, right? That's how we learn. That's how we grow. That's how we build confidence. And confidence and lack of fear is how we have massive, massive success. And we create success in all the things that we do, and we reach and achieve all of our goals. So do that for me, and I'll see you guys all next week right here, same place, same time on the Success Connection. All right, take care, everybody. Good night.